The Detroit Lions got their first win on Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings, 29-27, with the last-minute heroic touchdown from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. In doing so, they kind of messed up their draft position. Right now, they are still the number one pick with a game and a half lead on the next team, which would be the Houston Texans. With a half a game lead right now against the Houston Texans. That's not including the strength of schedule, tiebreakers, and whatever other else the NFL has. So with the Detroit Lions winning, did they mess up their draft position? You can say yes. Now, as a Detroit Lions fan, the question that I pose to you is which is more important. I did a poll yesterday, and to me, the result was staggering. It was more people that wanted to, it was more important for them to secure the number one overall pick than it was to win. Now, if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, I am all about winning. To me, losing to win is an oxymoron, and it's something that's not even been proven, okay? If you look at the past Detroit Lions, I'll take the three most recent ones that we can think of. If you look at Jeff Okudah is trending bust. He was pick number 3. If you go to top 2, you've got Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson is a Hall of Fame game-changing receiver. But even with him, we were unable. We still went 0-16 with Calvin Johnson. With Matthew Stafford, we went 2-14 the next year. It wasn't until we began to build a team, and 3 years later that we made the playoffs. Directly after Matthew Stafford, the number 2 pick was Ndamukong Suh. He also was a game-changing defensive lineman. 2 years after drafting him, we make the playoffs, began to build that team. In 2014, 5 years after drafting Stafford, 4 years after drafting Ndamukong Suh, and 7 years that Calvin Johnson was in the league, we had the number 3 defense in the National Football League. That's the infamous year we lost the questionable Dallas game. Dallas fans, we will not forget that ever. That's why one of the reasons we can't stand the Dallas Cowboys. But I got to ask you, man, if you are willing to, what do you think the number 1 pick is going to do? If you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, they had the number 1 pick in the 2021 NFL draft. They are currently picking number 3 right now. They have the Tennessee Titans coming up. Yeah, that's not going to be too good for them. If we looked at the New York Jets, they have the 4th pick right now. They picked 2nd. So they're in the exact same order they were in, just 2 spots back. So what is a number 1 overall pick going to do for your team? Why, as a fan, do you want you would prefer the number 1 pick over winning football games? The reason I said it was an oxymoron, because you can't root for them to lose and then get mad if they do. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're rooting for the Detroit Lions to lose, the next year when they continue to do so, are you going to get mad at the team? Because you wanted them to lose a season earlier. See, losing is for losers, and that's just the bottom line. Winning feels so good, Detroit Lions fans, doesn't it? Wasn't it so much better to turn on the news and everybody is talking about us in a good way? And now the Minnesota Vikings knows how it feels to be on the receiving end of a walk-off. So ask yourself, as a Lions fan, if whatever you prefer, that's on you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just simply saying, how can you root for your team to lose, for them to win, and then get mad when they keep losing? And then if you look at the history, a number 1 overall draft pick doesn't necessarily change a team that's in rebuild. That's what we are. Andrew Luck, he went to a pretty good team. They wound up being pretty dominant while he was in the league. But he went to a pretty good team. I mean, they were bad a little bit, but not as much as we are. Other teams, the Jacksonville Jaguars, these teams that are building from the ground up like we were, okay, after Matt Patricia's finagling of this team, we got a long way to go. And that number 1 pick is just a small piece in the puzzle of making us a competitive football team. So I ask you the question again, whichever one you prefer, that's on you. But for me, losing is for losers. I will always win. We won. We missed out on Chase Young. We won. We missed out on Josh Allen, although TJ Hawkinson was a good pick. Jeff Okudah, not so much. If we pick the top 2, it's either going to be Kayvon or Aiden, and that's a win-win situation. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to get to 200 subscribers, hopefully before the end of week 14. You guys are awesome, man. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Go Lions.